one. Holla ballers and a bro fist to you all! No green screen today. Can you see how bright it is? Look at this shit. The sun in the UK right now is fucking phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. What an amazing weather we're having right now. It's so fucking good, man. I'm super cheery in the sun. I love the sun. I love it. Bring on the sun. I would do anything not to be working in my office in the sun. So today I wrote like some legacy videos. It was awesome. Got my laptop out in the garden like a boss and then saved myself for this. First monster in like a week. So ice cold. Feel the dreamy goodness. Fuck you. It's grey as fucking London. Look at it. I'm not even lying, man. Look, you can't even see the wall. Look at the green screen. It's pure white. It's amazing. It's so good. It's also red hot. We're going to get sweaty and moist. That's going to be happening. PreachCon attendees, you awesome guys. Watch on YouTube for like Monday. If you keep missing the emails because it goes to junk or whatever, don't worry about it. Maybe if Vanish can even post the link for those guys. It's got the whole schedule in there. And remember, if you're in Manchester, you can come down on that Thursday morning and be in the Legacy video. Ooh, you get to be in the Legacy video, which is going to be super hype. You get to come down and do that as well. Doesn't matter if you've got a PreachCon ticket. You can come down. If you're local, you can come down and do that anyway. You can come and say hi. You can't come to the show at the night, though. We're, like, completely over the health and safety limit. We're right on the line there. There's no room for that. But we can bring people in for the other one, which is going to be pretty good. Yeah, Vanish just linked it in the chat. Remind me, can you send it me again in Skype, Vanish, so I can put it on the actual YouTube upload? You got your hotel sorted and all that. All the free gifts have pretty much arrived now. I'm looking at them over there. Nothing special, but little cool trinkets. There's quite a few, actually. We've got some little cool merchandising stuff going on. It's all been pretty good. It's all been pretty good. Anyway, more on that. Web show tomorrow. Me and Mr. Ghosty are living it. Me and Mr. Ghosty living it large, doing all that good stuff, and having generally a good time tomorrow at 8 p.m. live, this channel, Twitch channel. So, what are we going to do today? We're going to have some drama, aren't we? We're going to have to do some fucking drama, baby, because we missed out last week. Everyone's crazy on the internet. Real crazy. Real crazy. I had the best crazy guy today. Had a druid. Enters Neltharian's lair. That's Legion, yo. And walks in as someone pulls the trash. The smugs. The fucking smugs that dripped from his roots. What are you killing the trash for, though? What are you killing the trash for? The smugs in that statement is astonishing. This is a beta full of people joining every day who've never seen these dungeons before, but he knows the skip. You know the skip, like in the Everbloom, right? He's seen the skip. He's aware of the skip. You can bypass this extremely easy trash and make a much faster, determined... Stop playing your class. Why are you doing the trash, though? Mate. Only cunt confirmed. Yeah? You know that moment when cunt confirmed occurs? Later on, dies, stood in green shit. Hilarious. Later on, when other people died, didn't res. A man does not res. Or a girl. A girl does not res. And then jumps down the hole in Neltharian's lair without resing the healer, making him run back, right? And when asked about it, he said, didn't realise we had a res. Knows the skip. Doesn't know that balanced druids can, in fact, res people. Yeah? Tricky stuff. 2 ways of doing it. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. So apologise profusely. Cunt confirmed. Cunt confirmed, my friends. Love it. All the smugs in the world. All the smugs in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ultimate retard spot. It's like, dude, you are like, there's such a cliche. It's unbelievable right now. You are such a cliche. Knows all the tricks. Doesn't know how to play the game. Pisser. Like, was he French? The guy in our Fury Warrior video? Which changed again. Fury changed again. Made 2 videos on Fury. Changed the next day. Does that sum up my Legion experience pretty well? Yeah, changed the very next day. Worth it. Leveled it to 110. Tried it out for a long time. Changed it the next day. Thanks, Blizz. Appreciate it very much. Anyway, people are crazy on the internet, as we just explained. Crazy bastards. Full of the smugs and full of all that ego and power that they accommodate from being completely anonymous and being able to Alt F4 at a moment's notice. So, in that vein, we have drama time, where we learn, most importantly, we learn exactly how crazy people can be. We also have a bit of a giggle. We always have a bit of a giggles. Yeah, the Blizz developers, every major Legion update has occurred. I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong, every major, and I mean major Legion update has occurred during stream week. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's happened. Could it be my deliveries? Who knows? Well, okay. Let's get some names. The Patreon names will start again from next week. We have a nice build-up of people. We're going to start off with something a little bit quick, but it's funny nonetheless. Woof woof, dog spam in the chat, delicious. Right, I need one guy. I need one guy. This is a short story. I need the one guy. I need the one guy who wants to be... Well, yeah, I'm going to go with Sweaty Beaver, because Sweaty Beaver sums it up really well. The Sweaty Beaver. It's a short story featuring the Sweaty Beaver. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? For once again, a week has passed, some drama time. Sweet, sugary goodness. I decided to do a quick random heroic before bed, yeah? Just a quick random heroic before bed, because I needed my 100 valors, y'all. Yeah, got to get that valor points in so I can get my skill upgrades. I needed my 100 valors, y'all. A few moments later, the Dungeon Finder puts me in a group for Heroic Shadowmoon Burial Grounds. Now, I do have pictures. Now, I'm going to have to be careful here. In fact, sometimes it doesn't even show it. We'll try. Because I have to ignore the guy's name. A few seconds in, the tank says, "Do not stop! Or... you're getting kicked, mother trucker." Yeah? Can you see that? You can. Ooh, opening message. Opening fucking message. Heroic Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, yeah? Do not stop. There's one pace. My pace, yeah? Yeah, baby. That's it. We're talking serious fucking Shadowmoon Burial Grounds. No fucking about. Do not stop. Even if we're stood still, you better jump. Yeah? I figure our tank might have some fucking issues, yeah? Maybe he's a crazy bastard. So I checked to see if he's in the same guild or the same server as the rest of the group. He twasn't. So I figure it's just one guy with a bit of a tank ego complex in a world of easy threat. And don't think anything more of it. Our tank, bold as a motherfucker, charges through the dungeon. Big wide fucking shoulders, yeah? Giving it all this. Pulls everything. However, I do note he doesn't press any abilities along the way. Bit of an issue. He's just barreling through, tits swinging, giving it some of this. But he's not touching any of these mobs. Just a bit of ranged aggro, yeah? Expects you not to touch them until he has decided the stopping point. I think pretty cool. Geared tank, knows what he's doing. Gonna be a nice, fast Shadowmoon Burial Grounds run. I think to myself, when I tank, I'm a little bit reckless myself. So I'm not gonna judge him on him. Then we get to the first boss. I noticed that our healer is nearly dead. And spam healing himself. I spin my camera around. Take a little gander over what's going on. And see that all the caster mobs are attacking the healer. Shadow bolts swinging like dicks at an orgy. Me being gangster. Roll back, interrupt some casts, and kill the couple that were there. The boss dies. I see my loading screen appear. A few seconds later, I am stood in my garrison. Never forget the garrison. With a yellow, "You have been removed from the group," staring in my face. I look at it in disbelief and shrug and go to re-queue, but find that I have 12 minutes left on my cooldown before I can queue up again. So I decide to see if I can get an explanation, and the following exchange occurs. "Excuse me, squire. Could you please explain why you kicketh me?" "I don't have to explain shit." "Now, that's why I said please, sir. All I can figure is that I was peeling casters off the healer." Use the word peel there. That's going to confuse him. He's going to take that as disrespect. "It's the strangest reason ever to kicketh someone I have ever heard of." "You were at the back of the room, mate, not DPSing the boss. You slowed my group down." The healer was at 4% life, good sir, with 2 casters shooting shadow bolts on him. That healer mate is on comms with me. He told me he was fine. Okay. Well, I hope the few seconds you shaved by reinforcing bad behaviour and terrible play justifies the 15 to 30 minute wait for me to re-queue. Have a nice night. And then he dropped the ultimate fucking bomb. He said bye and spelt it wrong. Like a motherfucking gangster. I love it. I love it. A good spelling mistake on top of all his fucking shit. Awesome. Best player ever. Look at that. And then our man fucking corrects him. Fucking corrects him as well. You spelt bye wrong, dipshit. Didn't even reply, mate. No reply. Oh, yeah, you can't use the word peeling. Corrects him. Oh, the correction's the sting at the end of it all. The end of it all. With 10 minutes left before I can queue again, I decided to kill some time by writing up the first ever crazy experience I'd had in the group finder. I hope you enjoyed it there. Motherfucker, 10 to 12 minutes? What a douche nozzle. Let's have a story written by a girl. She's written to us before. Lovely lady. It's all about just, you need to see what he's doing. He was going for a big ring explosion on the boss. That was it. That was the game. Right then. We need a guild name. We need a guild name. We need a Romanian GM. Remember, I want something with a Romanian theme. And a douchebag officer. So we need an officer and a GM and a guild name. So guild names and Romanians go. Who've we got? Who's Team Romania? Wanye Quest. That's a quality name. Wanye Quest. And officer will be... I'm a douche officer. Who looks... Rain Swept Flower. That's pretty douchey. Rain Swept Flower. Oh. Right, and a guild name as well. So there's the names of the story. Rain Swept Flower. So delicate. Precious. Beautiful. 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 Okay. The baguettes. The baguettes. My girlfriend has big crits. Not bad. The Flashing Woobies. Like it, Cyclone. We'll go with that. Anyway, here we go. Hello, Preacher and Chat. I'm returning writer and also the older sister referenced in Brojo. The epic work of my younger brother. Oh, you must have felt bad for your brother. We all remember the Brojo story. Did you feel bad for your brother? You know, as a girl, you should have nailed it first night, right? You know. The epic works of my younger brother inspired me to pick up the word once again and share a short story from my past. Today I write to you of when I left a raiding guild back in Mists of Pandaria and the over-the-top reactions that sparked the guild when I left. I wanted to know your and the chat's thoughts on how legit some of these events really were. So, gentlemen, pipes in hand. Open it, mouth, open it here. We need to make a decision. We need to make a decision. We're going back to summer 2013. The Throne of Thunder had just dropped. When switching servers, my now ex and I... She's single, boys. My now ex and I searched for a guild together. And we found ourselves in the... I forget the names. Cyclone. The Flashing Woobies. The Flashing Woobies. It was a pretty average raiding guild. With great ambitions and little progress. Ambition's a hell of a thing. Isn't it? But I stuck with them for quite a while. Since my ex... Oh, you're going to throw your ex under the bus in this story. That guy getting fucking wrecked tonight. Since my ex got horribly jealous when I managed to get more raid progress than him. She joined a shit guild for him. She joined a shit guild because her boyfriend wanted to be more raid progressed. Fucking weeble. Fucking weeble. What the fuck? Don't do that. Nobody do that. Never do that. That's fucking bullshit. That's fucking clown shoes all day. Don't do that. Don't do that. The guild consisted of a very colourful, for lack of a better word, ensemble of raiders. Most of them were some complete social misfits, and it showed from a mile away. The leader of them all was Team Romania, and his name was Wanye Quest, whom I could dedicate a whole story to in and of himself. He quickly took a liking to my presence in raids. Sultry voice conferred, lads. You know it. I was a constructive force in their otherwise frustrated and rage-filled group, and was very quickly named one of the most fundamental members of the raid team because of my healing skills. Oh, she's a female priest. You know she is. She's fucking ticking all the boxes, this girl. We scored, boys. We're in. When we went heroic, me and another guy called Rainswept Flower were named officers to help manage the raid in different aspects. Butch voice. Butch voice, I love it. Basically, together, Rainswept Flower and I would balance out the needs of the raid between us, since I would know the fights required damage mitigation-wise, healing cooldowns and such, and he would know what was required out of the tanks and the DPS. It was a very, very excellent synergetic system for a period of time. But as it always does, raid progress slowed to a halt. Our raid began to get frustrated. I tried to argue to a bunch of social misfits how we as a team needed to improve without yelling. Yelling is not helping. This did not sit well with Rainswept Flower. When things didn't go well for the delicious, calming, soothing breeze that is Rainswept Flower, he tended to rage and freak the fuck out. My leadership was not to his tastes. And over time, he started to hate me. Wow, Rainswept Flower, you have a really ironic name. A crazy ironic name. This was outside of my knowledge, though, because, of course, Rainswept Flower, face-to-face, ergo in-game, was extremely pleasant. All the time, while simultaneously giving me a lot of shit to other people. After a while, I decided there was more to life than hanging around with people with a constant stream of sand falling from their pussies, and decided to leave. While in the guild, I had made a very close friend with one of the other healers, and he was also sick of the rage and yelling that was the Rainswept Flower. So, to be tactful to the guild and the GM, I decided I would present them with a deal. What was the deal? Well, I fixed this because I've spelled it wrong, and you're going to get all triggered, aren't you? What was the deal? She's going to make a deal, boys. She's going to make a deal. 2 healers leaving at once is a nightmare to anyone who organizes a raid. So I proposed to Wanye Quest, listen, Wanye, we're going to give you a week. Tits. Straight to tits. I will show you my tits and leave the guild. I don't think that's the plan. Listen, Wanye, we're going to give you a week to find replacements for both of us, so you don't have to cancel raids. We would both willingly be ineligible for loot for the entire week, and I will help find the replacements for me. And then after a week is up, we're going to leave the guild. Now, does that seem fair to everybody here? Knowing just how pleasant and calm and pure the World of Warcraft raiding community is, especially one that's struggling on some boss, I think we can all guarantee that this was taken extremely well, in a logical and level-headed manner. This is such a priest story. Isn't that nice? If only I had known! If only I had known the shitstorm that would come of this! I would have just quit and just blocked everybody who was going to whisper me. Wanye Quest was not pleased. He was not pleased. Before the next raid, Wanye Quest gathered everybody on Vent and did a speech. His speech was about loyalty and honor, and that people who leave the guild are traitors. And they would never be allowed back in the guild to backstand them another day. Ladies and gentlemen, on an unrelated note to two of our friends leaving, it's time for a speech about loyalty, honor, trust. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good speech. And I want you to know that if anyone does leave the guild and backstabs us, they're never coming back to do it again. Yeah? Blood and honor. Locked up, baby. This speech was so bizarre. I couldn't take this particular statement seriously, since the best DPS in the guild was known for always leaving to find a better guild and then coming back a week or so later because he was a bit of a twat. Yeah. We had a rogue in TBC. I think he left the guild 8 times. 8 times or something like that. Something like that. In parentheses, the shit you can get away with as a good DPS in a guild. Yeah, you can indeed. You have a lot of power. Again, I asked if he was absolutely sure that he wanted us to leave straight away, as it would stop them raiding for a week and possibly kill their guild. After this speech, after he took the stand and raised the flag, she still, in the Fem Priest manner, asked if he absolutely is sure that he wants us to instantly leave, because that might kill your guild. I'm just going to say now, we're still willing to stay. After everything you've just said, we are still willing to stay. Are you sure you want this to happen? He stood firm. Wanye Quest was not to be dissuaded. He said he had made up his mind. So I wrote a friendly goodbye message in the guild chat, left, and then logged off. My friend stayed a little bit longer to see the fallout and reported that upon hearing that I was leaving, Rain-Swept Flower lost his fucking mind. Everything that had ever gone wrong in this guild was my fault. And he rallied up as many people in the guild as possible to get a hate movement going against me, to find where I might go to make sure that I could not ever play again. One of these was a despicable lowlife with an in-game name that was a pun of the Holocaust. Isn't that hilarious? For the sake of this story, I'll name him Creeper. Creeper. I logged on later that night and started to level a new tune to relax, when I got the first of many, many strange whispers. It started quite calm at first, with the basics. Kill yourself. You should kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. You should kill yourself. Kill yourself. Over and over and over again. He then decided to turn it up a notch to rape for more than an hour across multiple of his characters and mine. For ignoring him didn't seem to help. Oh, don't, Great Heart. Don't give me the feels bad, man. An hour! He kept on for an hour! Before all this, I had been very level-headed. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. You pushed her over the edge. All this had been I had been very level-headed, logical, right down the middle about the whole drama that leaving the guild had masked. But now I was starting to get a little bit, freaked out. During this time, I couldn't figure out how the hell could this person I didn't have any connection to know what char I was playing. The mystery. How do you know? Then I saw it. In my haste to log off after leaving the guild, I had forgotten to delete Rain-Swept Flower from my friends list. And he was, of course, online and telling Creeper what tune I was playing and where, so he could track me down. After I blocked him on the battle swag, the whispers stopped. I reported the event to Blizzard. I had taken screenshots of all the murder threats and of the suicide comments and of course rape. After there was so much of it, Blizzard did in fact impose a ban on his account after he had done the same thing to another friend via in-game mail while she was away. He was doing it to somebody who wasn't online but felt the need, so he sent in-game mail. He was like, well, I need to fucking tell this person to kill themselves. They're not online. How do they know that they should get raped? I'm going to send it via in-game mail. That's the plan. I can still troll you while you're offline, motherfuckers. Don't think that being offline is going to stop me. No way. I'll just type this shit out in in-game mail. Make sure you get it all when you get that. Yeah, you got to take your trolling seriously, man. You got to think about it a little bit. Get outside the box. Being offline is no defense. It's no excuse. I tried to get the Rain Sweat Flower to confess his involvement as well, to which he stated that, hey, it wasn't me. Well, me, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't me. This was, of course, to protect himself from any penalty from Blizzard. Worthy of noting is that I was 21 at the time, and all characters named in this story are between 10 to 20 years older than me. I thought the reaction was a little extreme, not even taking into account that I still tried to find a solution that all parties could have been happy with. This was the one time in my life that I learned the hard way that some people can't ever be satisfied. Coming from a woman. Oh yeah, it's just bants. Sweaty Beaver dropped the bomb. It's just bants, mate. It's just some bants. And it's better to just walk away. As Wanye Quest... as a GM myself in this day and age, I think of this incident every time I see a member go. Wish them luck in the future that they pursue and make sure the bridges stay unburned. Because you never know. If anyone does wonder, I was the author of The Stubborn Priestess from way back in 2014. A YouTube video named One of the Best. Smugs. Ego, to be sure. In April 2014. I compose myself like a man on the internet. So without stating my gender, my writing didn't leave many other cues to hinting that I was a female. Other than your email address. What? To you, Preacher, thank you for the epic entertainment you tirelessly provide. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yay. Have an awesome day. Stay tuned for what's next. And a brofist to you. And a brofist to you, my lady. Well done, my lady. Love it. Okay. Now we're going to go with a good game you guys should like. Guess the YouTuber. Because this story is entitled... And my mods can confirm. I had to double check that this wasn't Stark Industries before I read this one. Okay, so thank you, Vanish. Tips the wizard hat. Oh, the wizard hat. It's too hot for the wizard hat. I will wear it one day. We need the YouTuber, two officers, and a YouTuber's friend. Okay, so let's have a look. Is it novel? Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know who the YouTuber is, so it's not like I'm gonna reveal it at the end or anything. Okay, who we got? The Swede. You're in. I like the idea of the YouTuber being the Swede. Swede. Officer shall be reusable panties. I'm stealing all these names before the web show tomorrow. That is my plan. Who else we got? Cage the Orc. Ooh. And the YouTuber's friend shall be... very fitting for Legion. One spec. One spec. Yeah. Okay. One spec. Legion forever. Good times. Okay. This is a story of how a YouTuber recruited me for his guild, how I helped build his guild, and had it thrown in my face. Chapter 1, my first time. Yeah. I can't remember exactly when I started, but it was between Wrath and Kata. So Wrath then. I was a young boy with pubes on the pitch, so he says. I had always wanted to play WoW as a young boy. I didn't have the joy of owning a PC, but my older brother did. I would go around to his house and play his cool PC games like Might and Magic. I asked him if I could play WoW and he told me to go and fuck myself. He said I am not paying a monthly fee for a game he doesn't want to play. But I didn't explain. I only wanted to play the free trial, bro. So he hesitantly agreed. So he downloaded it for me, and the next day I went over, and with it freshly installed, free trial account set up, I logged in to the World of Warcraft. I was amazed about all the choices I could make. Yeah. Not Legion then. Oh, God, stop. I'm joking. I like Legion. I went to space in Legion today. For real. I did go to space. That was really weird. All these cool races and classes. I wanted to go around and beat things to death with a mighty hammer. Boo! So I made a female undead mage. Shameful. As I wanted to be undead, but they couldn't be Palawallies. If only there was another class that wielded a mighty hammer and was played by men. Just saying. As I started doing quests, I was amazed by this dark, magical, undead starting zone. Wow. I've never seen anybody impressed with the undead starting zone. Killing those bats, though, yeah? Boom. Killing those bats. Who was this dark lady these undead were talking about? I must meet her. So my personal quest was to hunt down the dark lady. And not 1 minute later, I bumped into another player who started talking to me. He asked me if I was new to the game. I told him that I was. He told me to follow him so he could show me something awesome. So as the naive little teen I was, I did so follow him into an ambush. I was killed by an Alliance player, and me and my little naive mind just assumed that that was game over. I had enough, said this game sucks donkey balls, and got my brother to uninstall it. World of Warcraft, ladies and gentlemen. World of Warcraft. Chapter 2 then, a fresh start. Who the fuck is hanging about in newbie areas trolling people? Why? Are you the same dickheads that were at Nessingwary's camp both times? Is that you? Are you the guys who hang about at that fucking, all the towns in Hellfire Peninsula? What are you doing with your day? What are you paying monthly for? Fuckers. As the years went by and my pubes came into full spring, trim 'em, I eventually did get my own PC. The first thing I did was get League of Legends, which I still play to this day. However, after a while, it just wasn't doing it for me. I needed something more, something amazing. And that's when I saw it. The Mists of Pandaria trailer. And I'll tell you, Preacher, I fucking love pandas. I think that's what we all felt upon seeing the Mists of Pandaria trailer, right? Yes. Woo! I'll never forget it. So I knew that now was the time for World of Warcraft. I fucking love pandas, dude. Pandas are my shit. They're my jam. So I decided I am going to be a panda. But what class should I be? I thought being a hunter was cool because they had a pet. But what is this? A new class? This wasn't there last time I played. My mind was decided. I was going to be a female Pandaren monk. It was amazing. Struggling to level to 90 with double XP. And going from one cesspool guild to another. I managed to hit the level cap, but it still wasn't enough. I wanted to raid. I had heard about raiding from a friend who told me all about he had raided during Wrath of the Lich King. How fun it could be, how he raided an icy temple with an immortal king at the top. So I left my guild and went looking for a hardcore raiding guild. With luck, I found one that wanted a monk. I was in. They said I could join if they needed a spare DPS because my item level was toilet bowl grade. But the day came. One of their deeps wasn't online. And they called me. Bro, we're raiding vaults. Come. Like a champ I was in. I accepted that summon. Got into the raid. And the fun began. Which is how I wished it had gone. After 2 bosses, the whispers and questions started. It started innocently enough with, why is your DPS so low? And then someone inspected me. I had somehow gotten to level cap and played for ages with intellect gear as a Windwalker monk. But they didn't laugh or yell at me. They were kind. They explained that I needed agility leather. They explained that I could make my gear better via enchants. Those empty holes in my items could be filled with gems. They became my teachers. By the end of MOP, to be fair, I became one of their best DPSs, and I had learned how to raid like a pro. However, Mists of Pandaria dragged on for far too long, and I left the games once more. Enter the YouTuber. When I saw the trailer for Warlords of Draenor, I was fucking sold, baby. I had read nearly all the books and loved WoW's lore, so I decided pre-ordering the collector's edition was a must and logged into WoW. But I wanted a fresh start, so I did the only rational thing I could do. Find the highest populated Horde server that EU had, and made myself a troll druid for that Warlords of Draenor. I hit the level cap in no time. I was no longer a noob, I had been a raider. I was now the one telling people how to play. As I leveled, I found a nice, social raiding guild. More focused on raiding than you'd think, but they took me in. They asked me, do I want to raid? But I said no. I had already raided Mists of Pandaria. That was more than enough for me. I just wanted to do mount runs, have fun with my friends. Is how I met this YouTuber, the Swede. I was in Dalaran preparing to face Icecrown Citadel for sick Mog when I see an Orc warrior and two massively armoured Taurens RP walking towards me. I wanted to ignore them, but they stopped right in front of me. The Orc turned to me and said, "Your guild is shit, join ours." Boom! Maximum roleplay for you there, boys. Needless to say, I was offended about the guild I barely gave a shit about, but I spoke to them for a while and ended up joining their guild. They seemed like a proper pair of lads. Loads of bants to be had, so why not? We played for a few weeks before they told me that our glorious GM was indeed a YouTuber. I had no idea. He didn't want to tell me in case I treated him differently. But it made no difference in my eyes. He was still my guild master. And his friend, the Tauren Paladin, one spec, was cool as well. We decided it was time to do some raiding. You ready? Meeting that dickhead. It's important to point out that I was going to be the main range DPS for our raids in Warlords of Draenor. So I leveled a female Blood Elf mage, mainly because of those portals. But I had fun with the class. As I logged in for WoD, I found out the guild had been disbanded. So I was only for the first weeks of WoD until it happened. The Swede whispered me, asking me if I was interested in joining his new guild, to which I happily accepted. I quickly became loved by the guild. I would help with transmog runs and help people in Tanaan Jungle. However, there was a new officer, a Tauren. I can't really remember his class, but I'll just call him Reusable Panties. What a guy. He made events and wouldn't show up to them. He would get drunk a lot and throw sexual advances at all the females. Especially the female officer, the Blelf Warlock, who basically ran the guild as the Swede was busy with his YouTube most of the time. Reusable Panties started to become unreliable. So the Swede and the nice officer invited me to a party out of the blue and asked me several curious questions. They were interviewing me to become an officer, and I accepted. I could now make my own calendar events and help the nice officer Cage the Orc. Yeah, Cage the Orc. Run the guild. However, Reusable Panties was not happy at all. I would find out later how he would complain that the Swede about me. He had only just joined. Why is he a fucking officer? He didn't know that I had history with the Swede, but he would never confront me about his issues. He pretended to like me, not long after becoming an officer. I had earned the respect of most of the active players. We look forward to our weekly events, and to be honest, to this day, it was the most fun I ever had in WoW. After a few months later, One Spec, the YouTuber's brother, had returned to WoW. He brought his little brother with him. The Swede was so happy his longtime WoW friend had returned. He didn't really bother anyone and did his own thing. But his brother would from time to time annoy people in guild chat with quotes from South Park. But we put up with it due to his connection to the GM. 2 weeks later, I was done playing around. I wanted to raid. Transmog runs were fun, but it was time to get down to business. Hellfire Citadel was out, and we hadn't touched any raids really as a guild. So I decided, with the previous experience I had learned from the best guild, I could whip up a raid team. I spent hours researching the fights and learning what being a raid leader was about. Of course, I had to learn while playing as well. So after asking for the Swede's blessing to make a raid group, I did that. I whipped out the finest players we had. And that's when he whispered me. Reusable Panties said, "Hey, I really wanted to make a raid team. Do you mind if I help you lead this one?" I thought about it for a moment. I replied, "You can help me out, sure, but I will be the only leader of the group." Reusable Panties was not happy. I had damaged his ego. He was used to being the Swede's right-hand man until I came along. But again, he never told me he had issues with me. Anyway, I set up a raid for High Mall Heroic. Of course it was the easier raid to start with, but I wanted to see how we got along as a raid group. I wanted to get some insight on actually leading a raid. Needless to say, it went pretty well. Apart from Reusable Panties and the YouTuber's friend's little brother making jabs at me. "That's not how you roll loot, bro. Bro, that's not how you do loot, bro. Bro. Oh, do you even know how to lead, bro? You ever led a guild before, bro? How are you doing it?" I kept telling them not now and to pack it in, as weird pugs, and I didn't want to argue and make the guild look bad. But this pissed them off. They went straight to the Swede, started telling them over-exaggerated lies. Of course, the Swede came to me about it. Me and Cage the Orc, the nice officer, and the rest of the raid team denied all the lies they had told. They thought I did really well considering it was my first time. So the Swede told the others to stop going on about it. But they didn't like that. They started to act up even more in guild chat. Till one day, that GM's friend's little brother started spamming South Park quotes again. Sometimes it would just be simple phrases like "licky licky bum bum," which is harmless. Until he started spamming it to a 12-year-old in our guild. Oh, until he started to say to a 12-year-old in our guild, "If I pay you 40 quid, can I lick your arsehole out?" That was it. I don't care if you have a bit of bants in private chat or party chat, yeah? Bit of banter, that's alright. But openly in guild chat saying that to a child, making the Swede look bad, I wasn't having it. I sent him a whisper immediately. "Dude, listen, you can't be saying that to a kid and not in guild chat. I don't care what you say in your little private chats or the banter you have with your friends, but that is not okay." He'd obviously said it just to trigger me. He responded with, "What are you going to do about it?" "What are you going to do about it, bro?" I'm protected, motherfucker." I honestly didn't expect that response. I thought maybe he didn't know it was a kid or something like that. It went on for an hour of back and forth to the point where I just said, "Listen, dude, if you insult me again or insult the guild members again, I'm kicking you from the guild." At this point, I should say, when I was interviewed by the Swede to become an officer, he clearly stated his rules to me. The main one being everyone is to be treated equally, regardless of rank and status. His final reply was, "You can't touch me, dickhead. My brother is the Swede's friend. He's known him forever, and you and Cage the Orc can't do shit. We always ran this guild, and we still run this guild." So I kicked him. So I kicked him from the guild. He was not pleased. His normally quiet brother, Onespec, instantly piped up. "What the fuck are you doing, mate? You cannot kick my brother from the guild." Even after I told him what he had said to this little kid. Even after I told him what he had done to me. Onespec was not having it. And not 2 minutes later, the Swede appeared online, asking what the fuck was going on. So me, Cage the Orc, and another officer explained what had happened and how it was not acceptable to have this guy in the guild anymore. The GM, of course, who had been preaching, equally treated, all members the same, came to the conclusion after hearing all the evidence, forget about it and re-invite him. This was the point it started to fall apart. How I then broke the guild. A week later, Reusable Panties and Onespec and the little brother had started turning the guild into a toxic swimming pool. People were just leaving randomly. All the way through the day, people would join as they wanted to be in the YouTubers Guild and then leave a few hours later, and old members would leave as well. And me and the other officers were powerless to stop it. The Swede had proven that by inviting that little twat back, it just felt so bad that we had nothing we could do to stop this. I had so much fun in this guild. It was now being torn apart. I wasn't having it anymore. The Swede was online and I said, "Listen, bro. I understand that you're busy, but these people are destroying your guild. It's making you look bad. You either remove them or I'll leave." And being an old friend of the Swede myself now, I did not expect his reply. "I know it's being destroyed. When my friends join my guilds, they tend to ruin it. He's ruined many guilds I've made, but he's my friend." Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he always wrecks the guild. No. It's totally fine. No, guys, listen. Look, yeah, I know the guild's being destroyed, and this is kind of like looking bad on me and my fan base and my job and stuff, but hey, he's my friend, though. He's my friend, though. It's alright. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Ghosty confirmed. Ghosty, no, the guild's still there. It's good. I was shocked. That is why the old guild I'd first been invited to had got disbanded. His own friend had ruined it. But I wasn't having it. I had done so much for this guild. I'd built it up, made a raid team, made good friends. I was done. I said to the Swede, "Look, you can't keep me and have these guys." He just didn't answer. It was clear, just ignored it. But it was clear. I had been told if it came to it, the friends were staying. So I had to leave the guild. About 10 minutes later, I got whispers from what I now nicknamed the trio. Haha, later, dickface. Later, dickface. They had won. The guild would be ruined. Not long after that, the other officers were asking me why I left. Even the people I did transmog runs were worried as to why I left. But their main question was, will there still be a transmog run? I know you left the guild and you had all that bad shit going on, but is there a transmog guild run on Tuesday? That's all I need to know. Look, yeah, I'm aware that your dog died or whatever, but is there a transmog run on Tuesday? I need to know that. Just out of curiosity. Transmog's pretty fucking serious, right? Transmog's pretty fucking serious. I explained to them what had happened and they couldn't believe the conversation. They ended up leaving as well. Joined me and one of them said we should just make our own guild. Hey! We should make our own guild. which sounded like a really good idea. We said, who should be the new guild leader? And they all pointed at me. They put me on the pedestal. It felt amazing. And I made our own guild. Me being the GM. I sunk most of my hard-earned gold into bank tabs for the guild. Unlocked them all. Put 35,000 gold in the guild bank. For repairs. A few days later, I got a big whisper from the Swede. Why have I stolen his fans? His fans. But I didn't have to respond. My guild responded for me. They let him have it. I had helped build that guild, became loved by the members, and I left his guild and took them with me. I no longer speak to the Swede. I no longer watch his content. But me and Cage the Orc became great friends, and we still talk to this day. Of course, I ended up ditching my new guild. Don't get me wrong, it was fun for a while, but we couldn't even get past Kilrog in Hellfire Citadel normal. Oh. But we're good friends, though, and that's what matters, because everyone's a pal. It's a casual guild, load of banter, can't kill shit, but that's not what matters, right? That's not what matters, or so I keep getting told. Doesn't matter. So I left and joined a proper raiding guild. I left my own guild that I was in charge of and joined a good guild that was killing shit. Yeah, baby. It's all good. Where I ended up getting 12 out of 30 heroic before I decided to put WoD down. I'm back playing now and more drama happened, which turns out that the Swede is a massive cunt. No. Well, that's a story for another time. Sorry if this tale was long. No, it was good. I tried to show it as much as possible, but I kept the point in check. The story of how I did nothing but help was shown the door. Thank you and have a great day. And we will have a great day. And I'm sure that everybody who watches this episode will have great fun. Who are we guessing? Who are we guessing? Who are we guessing? What do we see? I saw lots of names popping up. Who are we guessing? Who are we guessing? Let us have a look. Who did we guess? So we had Science Motherfuckers. Who was it? Ghosty. Oh, no. Not Ghosty. Asmon. Don't think so. Their guild's on beta. Method. No. I don't think so. Nobble. Crendo. Total Biscuit. I don't think he's played for that long. I don't think he's played a long time. Pewds. I think it was Pewds. Soda. Markiplier. Lazy Peon. Crender, Asmon. Soda. Swifty. I don't know. It's EU. That's true. It's EU. It's EU. I believe it was EU. I can't remember now. Kungan. Could have been. It was Nobble. Nobble the Swede with 3 brothers. Sounds about right. Yeah, you got. There's a lot of details there you got to find. Bellula. Does he have a guild? I don't know. Soda popping out Kungan? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Baby! Hey, little mate. You alright? Are we going to go and get your brother? Yeah. Leave your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I am off. Please tune in tomorrow for Web show.